If you're trying to make a move in Vancouver real estate this summer, the numbers that just came out for May are some of the most important we have seen all year because they quietly confirm something that most people are still getting wrong about this market. The headline is that prices are down again year over year, and that part is true, but underneath that headline, the market just did something that actually points to stability, not more decline, and depending on whether you were buying or selling, that changes your entire strategy for the next few months. I pull these numbers apart every single month, and today I'm going to walk you through exactly what the May data says, segment by segment, where buyers have real leverage right now, where sellers still hold the cards, and the one thing in this report that I think almost everyone is going to misread. Let me start with the top line number because it sets the tone for everything else. The Greater Vancouver REALTORS just released their May numbers, and there were 2,150 home sales across the region last month, which is down about 3.5% from the same month last year and sitting roughly 26% below the 10-year seasonal average. So demand is soft. There's no way to dress that up, and we are running well below what a normal May looks like in this city. Now here is where it gets interesting because that softness is not landing evenly across the property types. Detached home sales actually came in at 660 for the month, which is slightly higher than last year, so the detached buyer is quietly stepping back in. Townhouses came in at 463, basically flat, down just over 1%, and the condo segment is where the real weakness is, with 1,009 sales down more than 7% year over year, and that tracks with everything I am seeing on the ground because the condo market is carrying the most inventory and the most hesitation right now. On the supply side, there were 6,115 new listings that came to market in May, which is actually down almost 8% from last year and only barely above the 10-year average, so sellers are not flooding the market the way some people assume. The pressure is not coming from new listings, it's coming from everything that is already sitting there because total active inventory finished the month at 16,917 homes, and that is nearly 35% above the long-term average for this time of year. So the story of this market is one sentence: is muted demand, meeting a big standing pile of inventory, and that combination is exactly what keeps the leverage on the buyer's side. When you put sales against the active inventory, you get what we call the sales to active ratio, and for the region it is sitting at around 13%, which is buyer leaning balanced territory with roughly 7 to 8 months of supply on the board's numbers. Andrew Lees, who is the chief economist over at the Greater Vancouver REALTORS, summed it up by saying he expects a calm and orderly summer because there is no obvious catalyst on the horizon to push this market hard in either direction. And honestly, I think that is a right read. So with all that inventory, what is actually happening to prices? Because that is the question everyone really wants answered. The composite benchmark for the region came in at $1,100,700 in May, which is down about 6% from a year ago. But that is the part that matters. It was actually up 0.2% from April, so month over month prices did not fall, they held. Lees put it well when he said price trends were essentially flat across all housing types because a healthy level of inventory easily absorbed the muted demand. Break it down by type and the benchmark sits around 1.84 million for a detached home, just over 1,040,000 for a townhouse, and around $703,000 for a condo. All of them down year over year, with detached and condo taking the deeper cuts and townhouses holding up the best. What I want you to take away from this is that year over year number tells you where we have been, but the month over month flat line is a more useful signal because it's telling you the price decline is decelerated even while inventory stays high, and that is usually what the back half of a correction starts to look like. Now let me get to the part I actually care about most, which is splitting the city up properly because the regional number blends everything together and an average describes nobody. So let's walk the 5 markets one at a time, starting with downtown, the condo and townhome core, which is sitting at 12% sales ratio, which is balanced and leaning slightly toward buyers. And the softest pocket inside it is the downtown core itself right now, around the 10% line. So if you want to be dead center in the city, you have room to negotiate in terms of places like Yaletown and Cole Harbour and even the West End. Vancouver's West Side detached market is the softest major market in the entire city, sitting around 11% sales ratio, a genuine buyer's market, with homes there selling average below ask. The deepest buyer pockets are the trophy neighborhoods most people assume are untouchable: Kilchina, University, Shaughnessy, Point Grey, and South Granville, while a few blocks over in Mackenzie Heights, Kerrisdale, and Cambie are quietly running at stellar market conditions. Same side of the city, opposite worlds. The West Side attached market, the condos and townhomes, is the mirror image, running around 19%. balanced and leaning towards sellers, with Fairview, Kitsilano, and Falls Creek moving fast, while South Canby, Marple, and South Granville sit soft enough to give buyers real leverage. On the east side, detached is the most balanced and efficient detached market in the city right now, around that 14% marker, with homes selling within a couple percent of asking. The soft buyer pockets are Collingwood, Fraserview, Renfrew Heights, South Vancouver, and Victoria, while Mount Pleasant, Maine, and Hastings Sunrise are running hot as sellers markets even now. And east side attached rounds it out at around 19%, balanced, leaning towards sellers in that market, with the whole central spine of Mount Pleasant, Grandview, Hastings, Maine, Renfrew, and Strathcona holding seller conditions, while Victoria, South Vancouver, and Champlain Heights give buyers their opening. And I want to be fair here, because somebody is going to say, Kyle, how is Mount Pleasant a seller's market when the whole city is down 6%? And the answer is the single most important thing I can teach you about this market, which is that the macro number is regional and blended, but scarcity and desirability are hyper local. So the benchmark can be sliding across the city while your exact block is still drawing competition in the very same month. So here's how I would use all of this. If you are a buyer, the leverage is sitting in the west side detached market, in the downtown core, and in the soft east side pockets like Collingwood and South Vancouver. And with prices flattening month over month and inventory this high, you can take your time, write your conditions, and negotiate without the fear of missing out that defined the last few years. If you are a seller, you are not powerless. You just have to know whether you are standing in one of the pockets that's still moving. Mackenzie Heights, Kerrisdale, Fairview, Kitts, Mount Pleasant. And if you are, the play is to price to the most recent comparable sale and let the demand come to you, because the one thing that gets punished in this market is pricing to a number we have not printed in a year. And whether you are buying or selling, the move is the same first step. You find your exact neighborhood and property type, you pull the sales ratio for that specific pocket, and you let that number set your strategy instead of the headline. Because there's no such thing as a Vancouver market. There is a downtown market, a west side, and an east side, detached, attached, and inside of every one of those is your block and your price band. The headline is an average of all of it, and the average is the one number that describes nobody. Read the map, not the headline, and you're going to make a calm, disciplined decision in a summer that is built to reward exactly that.